right away. You want to get that dirt off because it's actually manure. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in for another video. What we have for you today is the long-awaited return of Cooking with Nels. Let's get into it. So, before we get into anything, remember, Mama always said, start in a clean kitchen. Y'all know that. Next thing's next, wash those hands. You've been playing with that phone in the restroom, you sleep with that phone, you drive with that phone, you go out with that phone, then you want to touch that phone and start cooking, wash your hands. Now that we got that out of the way, let me tell you what we're gonna make today. Today we're gonna make, I don't ever have names for my dishes, but chicken, some veggies, and some like pesto cream sauce. It's gonna be so good, so good. All right, so this next step is very important. Like I said, but you need to wash that chicken. Y'all know it come in that pack with all them juices and stuff like that on it. Get rid of it. You don't know what that juice is, where it's from, or why it's on there. So what I have here, like I said, we started with a clean kitchen. So this sink is plain. Put you some chicken in here, a little water, and a little vinegar. That's gonna help kind of cut that slime. Now this, so you wanna take each piece, kind of give it a little rub. Feel around, make sure ain't no goop, no gunk on it. Just give it a little rub, little rub. All right, so like I said, this didn't come with a lot of goop on it. Some of this stuff like this, get rid of it. And once you feel satisfied, I think I'm pretty satisfied, take it out and put it on a paper towel to drain. All right, y'all, so I got my chicken on the paper towel drying, and now we're moved on to the vegetables. We're gonna use onion, red pepper, green pepper, mushrooms, and spinach. And this say washed and ready to eat. Wash it yourself. You don't even know if they did it. You don't know what happened to it from the time they washed it till it got in this little box. So just wash it again. And mushrooms, they say you shouldn't put this underwater, but I found that it's okay as long as you're about to do something with them right away. You want to get that dirt off because it's actually manure. So for my mushrooms, we're gonna slice those kind of, decently thick, not too thin, because you want to be able to see them. You want to taste them. And some people like to chop stuff up so fine, it disappear. You don't know what you eating. You just going off what they told you. In my food, you gonna see what we gonna eat. All right, y'all, so I got my mushrooms chopped up, and now we're gonna move on to our onion. Cut it in half, and you wanna, I wasn't trying to cut. You wanna cut in half from a root to stem. That way, it'll stay intact. Now we're gonna kinda dice this on up. So I'm gonna just chop this little piece off, and then peel it. Now, you might want to go an extra layer deeper than what you think you may need so that you don't get that chewy onion part. I know y'all done had that before. You like, what is this I'm chewing? And it's chewy onion skin. These knives really need to be sharpened. Oh my God. So, for the method of cutting your onion, you're supposed to take it, kind of lay your hand flat so you don't chop it, and then you want to kind of make little cuts. Now you don't want to cut all the way through the end part. You see how that knife will sit on there? Oh my God. Now this onion, I'm gonna cut a little small because my brothers don't really care for onions too much. So this is the thing that I do cut up a little smaller just so they don't have to taste it as much. But then, all right, so my onion is chopped up and now we're gonna move on to our pepper. The way I like to do mine is I kind of just like to go around the four, cause peppers are kind of, square, not really, but go around in kind of 4 little cuts and make little planks. Now that we got our little planks, I like to clean them up a little bit because it's kind of hard to cut this little piece. So I kind of just go and flatten the knife and take that kind of little stuff off of there. That way I kind of have I keep saying kind of a lot, huh? That way I have an even surface to cut on. So I forgot to mention that as I've been doing all of this, I have my pot of water boiling for my noodles. And what we're gonna use is bow tie pasta. This is some of my favorite pasta. I love this shape. So I'm gonna go ahead, get my pasta in the water. And remember, we salted this water. You want it to taste like the sea. I'm all about seasoning the layers, okay? People try to cook and cook and cook, and then they want to add salt at the end. That's not gonna cut it. Your food is gonna be bland and nasty. So we got our, and then back to the pepper. I have my pepper planks. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut these kind of similar size to the onion. So you want to start by making strips. Make you some strips. Then you want to take those strips, turn them sideways, and go across them, kind of like we did our onion. And make same size little pieces. So in the meantime, I got my pan preheating. I moved my place. When that pan get ready, we're gonna throw the oil in, throw this in, throw that in. You want everything to be kind of boop, boop, boop in sequence. So I thought now would be a good time to tell you all, modify the recipe. If you don't like what I'm using, don't use it. This is what I use because this is what I like. But if you and your mama allergic to onions, your baby sister said mushrooms are slimy and she don't like them, omit them. What I give you is a base and a couple of tools and tricks to use, but it's up to you to kind of switch it up and make it your own. So my pasta is boiling beautifully. I've been stirring it every so often because we don't want it to stick. And like I said, I got my pan preheating on like a medium high. We're gonna go ahead, get us a little canola oil in there. Oh. We can use vegetable, you can use extra virgin olive oil, whatever you got on hand is what you use. Just a little bit now. You don't want your food to be greasy. And kind of swirl it around, swirl it till it coat that pan. And then away we go. We're gonna start with our peppers and onions because those take the longest to soften up. If you throw everything in there, you're gonna have mushy mushrooms, crunchy peppers, and soggy spinach. And that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for good, fresh, yeah. So, in they go. And then you want to go ahead, give them a good stir, get them situated in their new home. And like I said, we're going to season the layers. A lot of people forget this step. They don't season vegetables. Then when they bite them and they bland, they wondering what's going on. You got to season here, season there, season it all for it to be good. Now, I never have a theme. I just come over here to this cabinet and I grab what my heart desires. This is my favorite though. This Zatarain's blackening seasoning. Oh my God. So good. Take you a little bit of that, sprinkle it on. Get your little salt, little pepper. You know, the regular stuff. Then once you get the seasoning in there, you're gonna go ahead, mix it back up, mix it back up. And we're gonna let this go until everything gets soft and tender. Y'all, it's something about them peppers and onions smelling up the house. Woo, God, to let you know something good is on the way. But anywho, we have switched to a, I don't know, it's not rubber, plastic mat, because now we're finna try to cut up this chicken. Now the reason that you have to switch from wood to plastic is because wood is porous, and this raw chicken on that wood could cause problems later on. So what I am gonna do is take it, and I like to kind of section it, cut it in half. And the reason is, if you look, this side is kind of flat and wide, and this side is kind of high and squished. I don't know, thin, I don't know. So they cut differently. By cutting them in half, I get to cut these away and then cut these away to kind of make them the same versus cutting them in. All right, so I took a break from the chicken. It's cut up, but we're gonna get back to that in just a moment. I just wanted to show y'all, look at that. You see how that's beautiful and brown, but ain't no black burn on it? That's what you're looking for. So we're gonna go ahead and add in our mushrooms. There you go. And kind of give those a stir and let the heat of the peppers kind of coat it and start wilting them down. And of course, like I said, the spinach is going to be the last thing that we add because it can get very wilted and we still want it to be recognizable. Also, my pasta is done cooking. So we're gonna take that, get a little towel, and go over to the sink and drain it. Okay, so my pasta is drained, and I put it in a colander kind of back in that same pan just to let it cool off, dry off a little bit. Now they say you don't wanna wash or rinse your pasta off. And I used to do that a lot, but now that I know better, I can do better. They say. All right, so back to the chicken. As you can see, I have transferred it to a glass bowl. Now, the next thing that I did might be a little weird to some people, but I put a little splash of water in there. And the reason I did that is because the chicken was kind of, like not dry, but dry. So I wanted to kind of loosen it up. So when I put my seasonings and stuff in here, it'll move around real good. And at any rate, when you put it in the pan, it'll kind of make a little juice, a little something that you're going to add to your sauce. Now, I'm not the person that has like a theme when I cook. I grab what I like. So, more blackening seasoning. And I don't use measurements. I'm like the meme. What they say? Sprinkle and shake till the ancestors say stop. They say that's enough for right now. Then, a little parsley flake. Next, a little garlic powder. Oh my God, I'm dropping everything today. I'm gonna wash this, by the way. Then a little onion powder. So good, smells great already. Good enough. And then just a little sprinkling of salt. And then a little bit of black pepper. Now I go a little heavier on black pepper. That's what I like. That gives it just a little bit of kick, but not that cayenne kind of punch. You know what I'm saying? And then take your clean hands and kind of go in here and mix it around. Now, what you may see when you start mixing is, okay, this looking a little bland still, and that's okay. You can always add more, but it's hard to kind of subtract. So that's why you want to start a little lighter maybe, and then you can add a little more as you see fit. Like me. Now, I'm satisfied with the way this looks. I'm going to get those vegetables out the pan, and then we'll go in with the chicken. And so I have added a little bit more oil to my pan, and now we're going in with the chicken. Oh, Lord. The pan almost split right off that thing. And now you want to give it a good mix around. Kind of make one even layer in the pan so it can begin browning. And I'll come back. Alright, so I'm back over here with the chicken. And I did something that a lot of people probably do. So I overcrowded the pan. And as a result, I don't really have a lot of brown chicken. I have a lot of chicken in liquid. Now, the reason that I'm not upset about it today is because I'm not presenting it as like sauteed chicken or something like that. It's gonna be sauce anyway. This liquid right here, right now, is packed with flavor. And the chicken is done, so I'm gonna use this liquid now to make my sauce. So I'm gonna add my secret ingredient. If you're coming over from Snapchat, you already know what this is. But I don't even know how to say it. Worcestershire sauce? Whatever. This stuff's so good. So I'm gonna go over here, add a little bit of this in there. Couple little shakes. And this really just takes your dish to a whole new level. And then I'm going to mix this on around. And see, even as we've been sitting here talking, some of that liquid has evaporated out. So now I'm going to add my peppers and onions and stuff back in. And we're going to bring this thing to a close. All right. So my peppers and onions are back in. I'm just mixing it with the chicken. And notice, I still have not added the spinach just yet. Like I said, we want it to have a little bite left too. So, now it's time to build this sauce. That's good. So, to begin my sauce, we're going to start with basil pesto. And we're pretty much going to make a basil pesto Alfredo. And I could have bought it in a jar, but I like to do it this way. I like it to be a little more homemade, a little fresher. So we're going to take our pesto and kind of mix it up because it has oil in it. So the oil kind of separates out. So just kind of give it a little mixy mix. Then you want to take a couple of these teaspoons and just kind of take some big heaping teaspoons and drop it in there. Drop it in there. And this again is just adding another little layer of flavor. So what was that? Like 7 little teaspoons, so maybe like a little more than a quarter of a cup, something like that. And I might add some more when I get to get a little further if I determine that I feel like it needs it. Like I'm probably gonna add some more. I mean, it's coated, but I want it to be, it's pesto, chicken, spinach, pasta. So this is like a key ingredient. So I'm gonna add maybe like 2 more big little scoops. And we're gonna mix that on around, mix it on around. I'm satisfied. So, now, take your whipping cream. Should have had this open. So, you're going to add your heavy cream in here. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And I don't think that's enough, so I grabbed some more from the fridge. Because as it reduces down, you still want it to have a good you know.
Well, YouTube, that brings another video to a close. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Today, don't forget we made a spinach, chicken, mushroom, basil pesto pasta. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. I'll be glad to answer them for you.
That sauce, as it melts, it's gonna kind of bind everything together and really start to wrap up the vegetables and the chicken in that velvety sauce. So now that we have our sauce built, the last thing that we're gonna do is add in our spinach and just kind of let the heat of the sauce begin to wilt it down. And then you are ready to serve. I'm gonna come back and...
Well, here it is, the final plated dish. As you can see, the spinach is still recognizable. The sauce is thin enough to coat the pasta, and it's gonna be a really delicious dish. I hope you guys enjoy. Well, YouTube, that brings another video to a close. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Today, don't forget we made a spinach, chicken, mushroom, basil pesto pasta. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. I'll be glad to answer them for you. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you know when I posted something new. Thanks for tuning in.